5280 Sports Network and your Morning Minute on a Tuesday. Thanks for stopping by. Nate Lundy, Shawn Drotar. Chris Harris Jr. is not the 63rd best player in the National Football League. It's a joke. I get it. You're filling time on your network because you don't have any games. But son of a bitch, he is not the 63rd best player in the National Football League. Pro Football Focus, over the last 5 years, no one in the NFL has given up fewer yards on a coverage snap than Chris Harris Jr. No one has done it. Are you listening to me? Good God, the amount of disrespect that man gets is so frustrating. The Rockies are on a 10-game road trip starting tonight, Shawn. They'll be in Minnesota. They'll start off with 3 against the Twins, who surprisingly, it's mid-May and they're still winning their division.
They are, and this is a surprisingly big series for the Rockies now. They go ahead and retain their lead in the NL West as they go on this road trip into Minnesota, into Target Field out there, and to get an idea of what the Twins can do. They're not a great team, but they're sort of in the same position as the Rockies. They're getting it done in a bunch of different ways. The Rockies need to find a way to get this series behind them, hopefully win it and move on to the next one, because the Dodgers are not only hot on their heels, but this is about the first stretch of games where it'll be 10 straight for the Rockies on the road after the 10-game homestand, where they've probably played the lowest amount of competition, the least competitive amount of teams that they've played in any stretch. So if they're as good as they've looked, this is a road trip where they should be able to take care of business.
Yeah, get 1 out of 3 against the Twins, frankly, because I think the rest of the road trip, to Shawn's point, is a much more winnable one compared to what the Twins have been able to do. But in a 10-game stretch, got to go 5-5. Need to come out of this road trip at 500. Also need to see over the course of the 10 games, I said this morning on the radio show that I want to see Cargo hit over these 10 games. I want to see 350 or more. You said you'd be happy at 280. I'm aiming a little bit higher. I want to see the warm-up that he's had in his bat over the course of the last 7 games. I want to see it continue, especially here on the road. Find that rhythm and then bring it back home.
Well, there's something to that. This team isn't going to go very far with Carlos Gonzalez hitting in the low 200s. It's just that simple. So in the last 7 games, he's hit over 300. Not a lot of power coming along yet, and so far, even through the month of May, it hasn't looked great. But it's starting to turn a little bit when you look at some of his secondary numbers. He's actually hitting the ball at the same rate, and the swing and miss rates are about the same, so he's still getting contact. Some of it's been a little bit of bad luck, but at a certain point, if it doesn't start falling, you know what Bill Parcells say, you are what the record says you are. The Rockies and Carlos Gonzalez are going to need to improve if they want to continue to get to where they want to go.
The Nuggets have been in the NBA draft lottery approximately 722 times, and not once have they ever moved up from where they were supposed to be statistically. Don't really expect that to be all that much more exciting tonight, where they are slotted in at the 13th pick. That's probably where they're going to wind up, but keep in mind the NBA draft lottery is tonight, and so we'll come out of it probably tomorrow with, I don't know, the 13th pick.
Right.
That's about all we can expect.
Look, 14 times the Nuggets have been in the draft lottery. Exactly no times have they moved up, and a whole bunch of times they have moved back. So it hasn't been kind to the Nuggets, and I don't think it's going to do any better this time. They have a 0.6% chance of getting the number 1 pick in the draft. So, slightly better than your chance of going out and buying a lottery ticket, I guess. But forget it. They're going to pick 13th. We'll take a look at that as it goes. And, hey, I don't want Lonzo Ball anyway.
I want Gary Harris posting selfies tonight with Magic and Walt Frazier. That's what I want. That's all I'm looking for out of the NBA draft lottery taking place this evening. 63rd!
Doesn't matter.
You're smoking crack?
It's all filler. It's filler. It's fluff. Don't worry about it.
We'll talk to you tomorrow for a Hump Day Wednesday edition of the program. That's Shawn. I'm Nate. See ya.